Hello, how are ya? Welcome back to my library. Today we're going over all the books that I want to read in July. I don't know how it's already July. I feel like this whole first half of the year just completely flew by. But here we are. It's time for a mostly new round of books. There are quite a few carryovers from the last several months of TBR that I just have not gotten around to yet. So you're going to see some familiar books on here. I know I need to read them. I will do it eventually. It'll happen this month. Maybe. Starting as always with all of my book clubs and challenges, of which this month there are only 3 of them. For the buzzword challenges this month, the July, like the normal one, is to have occupations in the title, and the covers challenge is to have something metallic on the cover, so either like foiling or something made of metal on the cover. So I have 2 possibilities for this one. I'm either going with the Grim Reaper's Guide to Catching a Killer by Maxie Dara, which sounds like a hilarious book that I'm hopefully going to really enjoy. I've had this book on my TBR since 2024, so it'd be really good to get to that one. And this book just follows our main character, who is the modern day Grim Reaper. She has a whole bunch of her own problems, but then it adds to that when her latest soul has gone missing and she has to go figure out what happened to them. And my other possibility is Paladin's Grace by Kingfisher. I love this author. I've read, I think, all of her horror now and the majority of her fantasy books, but I've yet to start the Paladin's Grace series and I want to so badly. So I might take the buzzword challenge as a reason to finally get around to this series. I barely even know what this series is about, but I've heard nothing but incredible things about it. Apparently it's some of her best work and I want to read all of her books anyway, so this would be a great time to do so. I've yet to read the book for Catch Up Book Club, which is The Fury of the Gods by Gwynne. It was supposed to be our May and June pick, but I just haven't gotten around to picking it up yet. But I think the live show is going to be like 2 weeks into July, so I should have time to pick it up. But this book is the 3rd and final book in the Bloodsworn saga, which is a Norse Viking inspired epic fantasy, which has been incredible, and I can't wait to see how this series ends. Every month my friend and I do a buddy read, and this month we're picking The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, which is a huge, very large, dense book that I'm kind of scared of, but it's one of their favorites. So it's a reread for them and a first time for me. I'm very much looking forward to this one. I honestly have no idea what it's about, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. Fingers crossed I also end up loving it too. If I do hate it, my friend is going to be very upset, so I better love it. For my backlist pick for this month, this is Backlist Berry. This holds every single book that was added to my TBR in 2021, which are the oldest books on there. And each month I pick one out in an attempt to finally finish off the last of my backlist. I of course still have not changed these out to larger, better paper, but it is what it is. Let's see, I have read quite a few of these, and I recently did like a big culling of my TBR from that year, so there might be quite a few on here that aren't on there anymore. But what do we have here? Neon Gods? Wait a second. Neon God. I think I actually just took that one off. Let me double check. I did remove that one from my TBR, so let's try another pick here out of Backlist Berry. Oh, that's a long one. All right. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh my god. All right, try again. All right, this one. What do we got? Spell on Wheels. I think I have a hard time finding this one. Hang on. Okay, this one is still on my TBR. I think I've tried to read this one before and I haven't been able to find the ebook anywhere, so I may have to end up buying this ebook, which I am not a fan of buying ebooks. If I'm going to pay for it, I want to physically hold it, but I don't really want to own this book, so I'll just pay for the ebook if none of my library cards have it. But either way, Spell on Wheels #1 will be the backlist pick for this month. My nonfiction pick for this month, this is just getting embarrassing at this point in time, but I want to go with Braiding Sweetgrass by Kimmerer once again. Still haven't read this, but hopefully this will end up being the month. As I've mentioned, in every month that it's been on my TBR, I've heard amazing things about it. I like this author a lot as well. I've read 2 of her books and both have been incredible, so I know that I'm going to love it. I just haven't found the time to pick it up. But it's gonna happen this month, I swear it. For my translated book of the month, I'd like to go with A Sunny Place for Shady People by Mariana Enriquez, which says it's a diabolical collection of stories featuring achingly human characters whose lives intertwine with ghosts, goblins, and the macabre. I read Our Share of Night by this author earlier this year and really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to reading more from this author. My intimidating book of the month is going to be both The Fury of the Gods and The Bone Season, so I definitely don't need to add more on right now. And then a physical book off of my shelf. I'll have plenty plenty of options from the rest of the TBR, so I'm not going to worry about that one. And then the last of my goals is to finish off every single series that I started in 2025 or earlier, and here's where there's going to be a couple of repeats. So starting with Raybearer by Jordan Ikueko. Still haven't gotten to this one. I read the spin-off novella, The Maid and the Crocodile, I think last year. So now I just have to read the actual 2 books that are part of the core series. And you think, given how many times it's been on my TBR, that I would know what it's about by now, but every month I forget. And honestly, I'm not mad about that. I think it'd be kind of nice to go into it mostly blind. So I'm gonna do that. Oath of Legacy by Emily Skrutskie, book 2 in the Bloodright trilogy. I read book 1 a year and a half ago now. Loved it, and just haven't gotten around to book 2 yet, so hopefully this is the month where that happens. This one is an upper YA queer sci-fi story about 2 people who were best friends and then learn that they are actually on opposite sides of the war, but they're also kind of in love. I really enjoyed the first book. I just need to actually get to book 2, so hopefully again, it happens this month. I'd also like to read Defiant by Brandon Sanderson. I did read Cytonic last month. Everybody clap. Thank you. So now I just have 1 book left in the series to finish it off. So hopefully that does happen this month, which I'm just going to assume that it will. Let's all hope that I'm correct on that. And finally, the last book on my sequels list for the time being is one that I didn't even know existed. I thought the series wrapped up with just 2 books, but there is actually a 3rd one that came out like 2 years ago and I had no idea. But that book is How to Get the Girl and Not Destroy the World, which is the 3rd book in the Monster Girlfriend series. I read the first book, I think like 3 years ago, and loved it. It was weird and funny and so perfectly my kind of thing. And then book 2 I did like. It wasn't as good as book 1 though. And now book 3 just kind of appeared out of nowhere. It was actually published 2 years ago and I had no clue. So I'm looking forward to that one. I have no clue what it's about, but I'm expecting more hilarity. For some content that I want to film, yet more repeats, but not as many. At least I have made a little bit of progress on some things. So first off, Senlin Descends by Josiah Bancroft. I want to read this book as part of a vlog that I'm doing where I read the 2 books that I took out of my unhaul pile before I moved to see if they were actually worth rehauling them. I just have to read this book and then that vlog will be concluded. The Girl with a Thousand Faces by Sunyi. This is part of an author taste test that I'm doing. I've already read the first book for that vlog and just need to read this one now, and then again it'll be finished. I'm in the middle of too many vlogs right now, so wish me luck trying to wrap them all up in a timely manner. And I have to mention it every time that I have this book out, but look how gorgeous this cover is. It's so beautiful. I am obsessed, and if I don't like this book, I'm gonna be very upset. And then finally for content is Hummingbird Salamander by Jeff Vandermeer. I'm doing a second author taste test vlog right now where I read books by Jeff Vandermeer because I own 2 of his books even though I've never read anything by him, so I wanted to rectify that via a vlog. No clue what it's about, but I'm looking forward to finding out. And again, absolutely stunning cover. I am obsessed with these colors. I think they're so beautiful. So hopefully I like the book so I can keep it. And finally, the last section are books that are coming my way via Libby in the next couple of weeks. Year of the Myrrh by L.D. Lewis is coming my way very soon and I'm hyped about it. I saw this one at the bookstore, I think in like its first week of being published, and I am so obsessed with the cover and it sounds awesome. So I immediately put it on hold from the library, and it's just about time for it to be in my little hands, or in my digital hands, I guess, whatever. But this one says it's a dark, bloody, epic fantasy reimagining of The Little Mermaid that goes far beyond the fairy tale to explore family, legacy, war, and what we will sacrifice for vengeance. This sounds so good. First of all, I love mermaids. I love retellings. I love The Little Mermaid, and I love epic fantasy, and it's queer. I'm so excited for this book. If I end up not liking it, I'm gonna be very upset, so please wish me luck that this book meets my very high expectations of it. And finally is Tourist Season by Brynne Weaver. This is not a usual genre for me. This is not my typical thing. However, my friend was reading this one and was really enjoying it, so I figured I would give it a shot and just try something new. This one is a like thriller romance rom-com sort of thing. I'm pretty sure both the main character and the love interest are serial killers and they fall in love. Sounds very weird, and I'm kind of here for that. I'm definitely looking forward to trying something new. All right, and there are all the books that I want to read this month, or at least the ones that I own. This is a very heavy stack of books, and this is not even half of it. I don't think I'll finish this entire TBR, but you never know. I'm hopeful that I'll at least get most of it done. But if you've read any of these books, let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them, and also let me know what you're planning on reading this month. But in the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.